So my name's Ellen, I'm 26, I work at St Vincent's Hospital as a medical intern, and I also work part-time at the Department of Health in policy.
I'm Gordon Garrity. I work as a digital manager at Essence Mediacom here in Melbourne. That could be anything from digital TV to Spotify to digital billboards and digital cinema.
Hello, my name is Jack. I am an autistic person and I work at Amaze in their community development team, so working with peer support groups for autistic people.
I'm Jonathan Ten, I'm 29 years old. I like working in the Cafe Becca for 9 years. Next is my decade.
My name's Burke. I am 44 years old and I am the Facilities and Administration Officer for the City Library.
So as a doctor, it means I've completed the last 8 years of study, did my medical degree, and I've also done an honours of Bachelor of Medical Science and a Masters of Public Health and Tropical Medicine.
I was previously working in another marketing agency in Perth, and the skills I learned there were mainly around project management and client relationship management, which is so vital for this role. Here, I'm taking on a client and also now having to manage 20, 30 different relationships with different publishers, different media agencies, as well as actually now managing a team.
I work at a cafe. I work with Bunnings Warehouse, Convent Bakery and MediChef. I did work education for 2 years and retail baking for about a year, about 3 years I take. I work with the customers, I work with customers, I know them for 10 years, it's very good.
I guess the challenges in general with being autistic relate to having a brain that differs from most other people's brains, so trying to move through an environment and social settings that weren't built for you, and that very much applies to workplaces of any sort.
I did a lot of hospitality work early on and that environment was not good for me. For various different reasons, a lot of kind of stimulus, a lot of expectations that I didn't particularly gel very well with.
One of the major challenges I've had in medicine has been not knowing that I was autistic, and I was in the hospital 5 days a week and often leaving overwhelmed. For many years I didn't understand why, and I'd accepted that maybe I wasn't going to last in medicine as a doctor.
But yeah, certainly once I found a job in the library service, I found that to be a really good combination of the environmental aspects, the people that I worked with, the expectations, the type of work, and I've been in that job for 14 years now, so I suppose that suggests that it does actually work pretty well for me.
It wasn't until I took a couple of years off and did some research and I did my masters, but I also got a job in COVID policy, and working in that environment I found my niche and I found what I was good at, and I gained so much confidence in that, knowing that I could be very efficient and I could work really hard and there were skills that I had.
We should be used to, working with people so that they are working at their best and that they're contributing the amazing things they can contribute, and the difficulties that they have are being supported.
So some of the ways I've overcome those challenges in the working environment is I assume absolutely nothing and I ask a lot of questions. So if whether it's on an email, a phone call, or with a client face to face, I will always ask for clarity.
One thing that has been quite interesting, so medicine is changing a lot, but with the recent COVID pandemic, this has really opened the door for me to come through as an autistic intern and work part-time and have accommodations. I also found that night shift was like an incredible blessing because all the lights go dim, all the buzzers stop buzzing, there's half as many staff. It's a much more easier to relate to the other doctors and ask for help.
When Becca and Eric began, it was Becca, Joe and myself. It was extremely fantastic and I loved it. It's so keen and so kind and I loved it. And
we've got good days, we've got bad days, don't we?
I have good days though.
But we have good days most of the time, yeah?
Mostly about 95% are good days.
95%, that's correct.
The sport that I play, the job that I do, the people that I know, the friends that I've made, the experiences that I've had, those things are all going to colour your personality as much, if not more in a lot of cases, than just being autistic.
But it's about framing neurodiversity as just a different cultural lens and a different way of interacting with the world, and having the tools and the ability to just reframe what they're doing in that lens, so that, and being not afraid to kind of change things a little bit or tweak things a little bit so that more voices and more ways of looking at the world are included.